what you guys do, I will leave it up to you. If you guys want to roleplay it out in more and more depth, I'm sure some of these things will require such. Then that's fine. But at the same time, though, if you actually just want to gut it, so we could just progress faster, which is, I'm not saying we should progress faster or slower. There's no right answer. But again, if you think your task is something as simple as, buy bullets, I don't know, something, then we can just go through it like that. But I will roll 1d5. Look on the bottom of roll 20. 1 is Tandem. 5 is Aminius. That person is the starter of the order. So, yeah,
Acker's stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, 1d5. That person is the starter of the order. From there, we go to the right. All right. If you guys share tasks, then that just simply means
Party time.
You share the task. Yeah. So let's start things off right. Who gets the first pick? All right, Aminius gets first pick. Where does Aminius want to head? Let's say first day, section 1, segment 1. Where does Aminius go ahead?
Morning.
What is he good at? Nothing.
Getting completely plastered, but you should wait at least till section 2.
Saving people's asses important roles? I don't know.
Yeah. All he wanted to do was just go to the library and read and meditate, but that would be done later, in the evening when he's by himself. So he'll just go with. He's just gonna go with backup with whomever wants to go do something interesting. Okay. Probably go with Wise.
Okay.
By the way, portent rules.
Make your portent rules. That's true.
Okay.
I have no clue what happens with the pocket ace. We'll just say the pocket ace resets at the end of the 4 days, and that's it.
Okay.
Because I don't think you're going to get into combat and have need for it.
Insert always sunny card that says, and then they all got into a massive fight.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm having a brain fart. What do I roll for the portent roll?
2d20s.
So 17 and 13, you can re-roll one of them if you so wish.
I'll re-roll the 13.
Okay. Then do 1d20.
Ooh!
Not 20 would be pretty handy.
That's 17
I think good job. Especially today of all days where you're probably doing a bunch of persuasion or whatever checks. Yeah, chit-chat checks. Okay, so Aminius, you're just going to go with whoever. Alright, we cycle over to the right then. Tandem, where you heading? What are you doing?
Well, Tandem is going to. He has a list of people he wants to just sort of enlist. So he would first go.
We'll go through them one by one with each segment of the day because you're not teleporting through town, contrary to how some people think fast travel works. Looking at you, Skyrim. So yeah, we'll start. Who's the first on your list? Sounds so evil when I say that. Who's the first on your list?
I would go to the Rider's Crest first and talk to Bethany because she's the one who's had the most comprehensive map of the city so far, and her notes have been useful in the past.
Okay. So, I'm gonna change the music. Yeah, as I'm changing music. You head over, you make your way out. Does anyone want to go with? Or are you guys just gonna do your own shit? More or less.
I'm cool with doing my own shit when it comes to.
Yeah.
Alright. Hold on.
Wise and Tandem Adventure. Or Wise and Tandem. Aminius and Tandem Adventure.
Woo!
What's it? This one? Anyway, while I'm typing stuff, looking for stuff. I found it.
Oh, Christ.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ominous.
I forgot we got that bracer and we were saving for him, weren't we?
You give Wise a freaking bracer. Okay.
Freaking bracer.
Which bracer? You guys have 2. Which bracer? There's 2. I don't know who has who. The bolster one or the armor one?
Elemental one.
Alright.
Dual wield bracers.
You can't, that's the whole point. Well, that's the whole point for the owner of the previous owner of them. Okay. Anyways, so Tam, you go. You're the first one to head out. Well, I guess Amino takes that. Whatever.
Irrelevant.
You're the first PC to head out, and you go to the Rider's Crest, about a short ways away, 40 minutes or so, north of Ian's abode. Going past, the familiar haunt that your team is likely to go through again later today, tonight. Past the cool double respite, past Craggy's place where Marcone is likely haunting. Actually, no, he's probably at work right now. No day drinking. Probably day drinking. You go past all those to the Rider's Crest, and you see the familiar face of Bethany Hawkins. Much less crowded in here as of right now. It's not Saints Day, so a bit of an unfair comparison. And again, it's morning, so not many people in here. Probably, including you and Bethany, probably like a handful, a hand and a half full.
Mm-hmm.
She sees you and gives you a warm smile. Welcome. Welcome back, I should say.
Thank you. I actually have a question for you.
Oh?
Yes. I have
Sure.
the intent of making a very a detailed map of the entire city.
Ooh. Okay.
And
Interesting.
my question is twofold. The first part is I have no place to work, so I was wondering if I could sit here and work.
Certainly. The Rider's Crest is the go-to spot for, as you might guess, writers, poets, or any other entrepreneuring spirits.
And the second question I have was if I would be able to enlist your aid in this endeavor, in whatever capacity you are able.
I mean, I'm sort of stuck, and she taps the bar counter here. But if I've done plenty of walk-arounds of the town, so any aid I can offer is yours. I'm just not sure how much I can give.
Fantastic. A second set of eyes will make a huge difference.
Let me get you sorted. And she, pats her hands down on the smock she's wearing, and then opens up the bar, trap door, whatever the fuck it's called, hatch. I don't know what it's called. The side door. And she goes over to, this, what's the term? Like a booth seat and stuff like that. That's actually held behind, glass-paned doors and such. She just grabs a key and just opens it up for you. There you go. A private booth. You're free to close the doors, and there's a thing in there. There's like a bell with a string on it that gets the attention if you want it done quickly, directly, stuff like that.
I do have. This is fantastic, but I do have some people that I need to talk to about the city today. But I will return here when.
She holds up a hand. Say no more. She goes in, locks it again. Don't worry, I'll keep it reserved for you. And she gives you a wink.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Get you anything before you head out into the city? Drink, snack, something?
I would not. Yes, a cup of tea would be very lovely.
Might take me a bit to brew.
Oh, I am in no hurry.
All right. She goes over to this. It's a really tall, slim sort of cabinet, and she opens it up, and it's just about 8 or so different shelves in it, and they all have these little, sort of tin metallic containers. Anything you're in the particular mood for? She says she looks up and down, not facing you. She sort of shouts it.
Do you have post-fermented tea or smoky tea?
I have smoky tea, and she gets a ladder of sorts and climbs up it, grabs something off the topmost shelf, brings it down. It will be ready shortly, sir. She says with a smile.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much. This is a delight.
I have to ask though, why the sudden interest in map? You're an expeditionary, aren't you? So I don't imagine you'll be staying in town all the time.
Well, part of it is for my own curiosity's sake, and part of it is a potential business opportunity. I'm sure there are many people who would like a more detailed map of the place in which they live.
She's like sort of pouring some boiling water. I'm not so sure about first waivers, but I'm sure your second waivers going to use it. Although, again, same deal. I'm not sure how many people will be staying in town once, we start expanding.
Also true. Color me curious.
I certainly know something about curiosity. Well, again, you're free to work here if you want. Or have people sent here, stuff like that. It's not the first time someone wants to use this place as their designated creative space. And certainly won't be the last, probably.
I certainly hope it's not the last. It is a nice place.
Thank you. Someone comes in. Just a moment. Welcome! And she goes off and tends to their alcoholic-based matters for an early morning. More like that.
Them Irish coffees, though.
She does serve an Irish coffee. But yeah, so that's your bit. You'll probably just stay there for a while, tea brewing and stuff like that. And then have a meal ready to head there whenever he has the time to, stuff like that. Who do you want to go after next?
Would the direction of the guard HQ, would Marcone's little corner of the world be on the way there, or the opposite direction?
It'd be on the way there. City Hall and the nearby guard outpost is sort of in the central part of town. Ian's place is a bit north of the central part of town. Rider's Crest is north of Ian's place, stuff like that. So it'll be on the way there.
All right. And let's see.
You're not 100%
so
sure Marcone is in, is a thing. Because again...
No. I would then... I would... So my plan is to go past... Was it... Scribby? I can't remember the name of the place.
Or Marcone's bar?
Yeah.
Craggy's place.
Craggy, right.
Craggy.
Yeah, Craggy's. Craggy? Yeah, I would go past Craggy.
Celebrating Scooby-Doo 50th year yesterday.
Oh yeah, on Friday the 13th.
So
it
yeah.
was Jason the whole time.
That.
Plan is check by Craggy's on the way to the guard HQ.
Alright. You stop, you have your tea and talk, chit chat, a bit more Bethany. Again, the person just wanted drinks. And eventually do depart. And while you're heading south to where City Hall and again the nearby guard HQ is, you stop, pop your head into Craggy's place. And it's much more occupied than the Rider's Crest, because you get the feeling that criminals aren't the sort of people who have day jobs, so they can just sort of lounge about. You do not see Marcone present, but you do see someone else sitting in his booth, in the back corner elevated booth.
Interesting. Do you recognize the person?
During your time here, you probably have seen them. I don't think you actually talked to them. Dark brown hair, bit of a stubble going, bright, yellow eyes, stuff like that. Well, yellow. Their eyes aren't yellow. Whatever the closest approximation of normal eye color is for yellow, which I guess is like a topaz eye color or some shit like that.
Jaundiced.
Yeah, jaundiced eye color, yeah. Anyways, but yeah. So we're sitting there, an array of drinks with them. And so just chilling. Marcone usually chills.
Alright, I would walk up to this person and I would ask, oh, hello, excuse me.
Hello. What can I do for you?
I am looking for Marcon.
Looking for my boss?
Yes.
Not in, I'm afraid. Out doing his royal job, as it were.
May I ask when he will be available?
Probably after sundown.
So,
I can tell you. I mean, if it's something urgent, you can tell it to me. I can deliver it to him. Stuff like that.
well, ask him if he has an interest in a detailed map of the entire city.
Yeah, raise an eyebrow at that. I'll send a runner. I'll let him know.
Yes.
And what's your name, friend? You've been in here
Tanum.
before. Tanum, right. One of the friend of the boss. All right, Tanum. I'll let him know.
Yes. I can meet him here when he returns, or he can most likely find me today at the Writer's Crest.
Writer's Crest, the cafe or whatever north of here. Gotcha.
Yes.
I'll let him know.
Thank you, friend. Have a good day.
You raise a glass, you. Cheers.
Cheers.
And thus you depart. On your way to the City Hall and the Guard HQ, you do see a runner pass by you. One that you, similar to the man you just saw, have seen in Craggy's place before. So, true to the guy's word, he sent a runner. And that runner is sort of outpacing you, but hey, you're not in a rush.
Indeed.
So yeah, you go to the City Hall, and true to Varric's, when he said the word spire is a very specific term. Yeah, you don't have any problems finding where the guards are posted. Well, where they get their postings from, I suppose. You go to the Guard HQ. Command its own compound around it, fenced off and everything. Spire standing not directly center of the place, but in the centrality of it. Some guards see you. One of them even asks you why you're here. Well, we'll just go do that right now. One of them asks you why you're here.
Yes, hello. I am looking for a bit of help with... I'm making a map of the city, and I wanted the guard's perspective.
The guardsman looks at you. He looks you up and down. Big, bulky lad. Second waiver on you.
Yes, I work with Varric.
Rifle boy, huh? He looks at a clock tower that's part of the compound. Listen, I gotta head out to my postings, but he used his spear pointing you at the front door of the large administrative building. Head through there, talk to the receptionist, tell him Varric or whatever. They'll point you the right direction, probably give you to some sergeant or something.
I shall, thank you.
Alright, be on your way then, and I'll be on mine. And he walks past you.
I'll head over to the door.
Over the door, some guardsmen I guess I should call them watchmen, not guardsmen. Some watchmen are leaving, they see you, and then, take a step aside, hold the door open for you.
Thank you.
And you have a nod, and then are on the way out. You see the receptionist, old, grizzled-looking guy. If I had to give him a definition, you know how, in those, cop shows or cop movies, there's always that sergeant that goes, I'm a day away from retirement. Yeah, this is a guy that has passed that day of retirement, and he's still here. Don't know why. He's an older guy, is what I'm saying. Disheveled appearance. Almost looking unfit for receptionist duty, but hey. No one ever said government was efficient, right? So, he sees you as you approach. Name?
Tanum.
What can I do for?
Varric recommended I ask here. I'm looking for help in the making of a map of the city.
A map?
Yes, I wanted the perspective of people who are more familiar with the town, who patrol it.
We have maps of the city, sir.
Might I take notes for reference?
Oh, Let's see. He's like paging through some rosters. Let's see who's in here. Okay, good. You wait right here. I'll go back to the liaison. Stands up. Their receptionist just sort of notes him standing up, but then goes back to their own duties. He leaves. Some minutes pass, and he comes back with. You can tell by the style of their attire that they are a watch person. They are watchmen, but she's not nearly dressed in like watch armor. Sort of like half plate, full plate, stuff like that. Because my guards ain't no fucking pushovers.
Mm-hmm.
She's dressed in a more casual, but still relatively like you got boots, got bracers, pauldron, and stuff like that. But other than that, she's pretty under armored.
Yep.
The man sits back down at his desk and brings her over with him. Mr. Tandem, this is Watchman Delaney. Delaney, you know the rules. Just help him out. Yes, sir. She gives him a salute. So, looking for a map?
Yes.
Follow me. And as you guys are walking, passing guards, stuff like that, she briefs you a little bit. So, City Watch have, multiple conference rooms with their own big maps on them. So if you want to take a look at them, it's not illegal, and again, it wouldn't be anything that you can just, do yourself walking around. So let's save you some trouble, right?
I'm very grateful. This is a big boon.
She has like a weak smile. You see the corner of it. It's not the best map. I've seen way better from where I'm from. But she opens the door. It's sort of like a war room. It is 100% like a debriefing room. Like it's sort of like a classroom except smaller. There's like a front area which has a map and different cork boards for posting and stuff like that, desks and seats for people to just sort of sit at, stuff like that. Oh, you know the best way to put this. Have you ever seen Zootopia?
No.
Fuck. All right, well there goes my analogy. Fuck. To the rest of you that have seen, any of you that have seen Zootopia, it's basically when Judy Hopps gets her posting as freaking ticket person, like that large room which has a bunch of desks and seats in it, and then big chief buffalo guy whose name I forget, voiced by Idris Elba, gives her postings. Anyways, so yeah, imagine like a conference room combined with a war room, and just occupying basically, I don't know, like more than half, 60% of the back wall is this large, zoom out CSI map.
All right. I would take out my. Is there a table to sit?
Yeah.
I would take a seat, take out some paper, my quill, my ink, and I'd start copying it down, though smaller in scale because my paper is not big.
Yep, I imagine. Roll me your cartographer tool. With on a dexterity. Well, I guess that's only the cartographer. So 20. You have a +7, Jesus. Actually, no, that makes sense. Yeah, high dex.
Dex plus prof.
Yeah, 20. As you're copying it, and you're doing a very good job of copying it, you do see what, and Domain points this out every now and then, like, not necessarily inconsistencies, but inaccuracies, perhaps. There are some things on their map which just are too vague. Like, you don't think this is how certain roads go, having walked them yourselves, stuff like that. This might be an old edition of the map. Maybe some civil work has been done. You don't know. But yeah, it doesn't seem 100% right. It's definitely like above 70%. Don't get me wrong. Passing grade, but you feel like any guardsman that works, any watchman rather. I shouldn't say guardsman. Guardsman, whatever. Any city watchman that works in the city probably are like, as they just work, they've learned the inconsistencies or inaccuracies rather, and then just know it themselves. But to you, an outsider perspective, you have to you catch it having walked these paths already. And you're like, that's wrong. This is too far to the right. that landmark isn't there anymore, stuff like that.
I'll make a little legend on a separate piece of paper where I note inconsistencies.
Yeah. And Delaney's just sort of there. She sits down herself eventually just on one of the tables. Just sort of your silent watcher. Takes you a bit. But eventually you do get completed. It doesn't have like back alleys or anything of the sort, not to the, hyper accurate degree you're trying to hit gun for. But main roads, general landmarks, distances between such are accurate.
That's a lot more than I was hoping for. A great starting point.
Watch got some stuff up their sleeves. Eventually, Delay notes that you're finished and you're just basically looking back and forth, just double checking your own work, triple checking it even. So that's the watch map.
I noticed some inaccuracies, shall we say.
You can just use errors.
Perhaps once I complete my own map, I could hand in the copy for reference if it is relevant.
If it's relevant, then certainly. I'm sure. I have no clue who actually, does these boards, but whoever it is, I'm sure they'd appreciate a more modern take on the map.
Noted. Thank you for this. It's been super useful.
No problem. Pretty interesting to watch you work, honestly. But
Yes.
I've been told not to let you stick around for any longer than you have to, so let's walk and talk.
Yes, of course. Maps and jewelry and killing people. It's an interesting line of work.
She opens her mouth to say something, pass by her on your way out the door, but she doesn't say anything. Eventually, silently, I suppose, you guys go back to the front desk. Well, I'm not so sure about the last thing you said, but if you need any more help on the first thing...
Oh, perhaps I should clarify. I've been working for many years in the exchange as a mercenary.
She holds up her hand. I don't doubt you. I think you're on the up and up. It's fine. I don't kill people for a living, though, just saying.
Well, at least you're... be glad you're not dealing with Scorn, Ken, yes?
Fingers crossed it stays that way. You are still at the receptionist desk, and the old grizzled man looks up. Oh, you're still here. Oh, you left a while ago.
I shall be on my way. Thank you very much.
New order, sir? And you hear him, rustling the papers of the roster as you're on your way out. Doors closed. And that's your little trip to, Watch HQ.
Very profitable.
Not too bad. I'm assuming you head back to the Writer's Crest.
Would I be able to find Charlotte anywhere near?
You'd have to go to Expeditionary HQ, that, or just pray that she happens to be here for some reason.
Alright.
In which I'm saying, roll me 1d100, we'll see what happens.
Alright.
It's post-sane stage, she might have some bureaucratic work to be done at, apparently she does. As you're leaving the central courtyard that, is central to the compound, you pass, you're on your way back to the Writer's Crest, wondering, okay, so I suppose the next on the list is probably Charlotte's Expeditionary HQ. Although, that's weird, the first time I saw her, she was at City Hall, and you look at City Hall, and there she is coming down to City Hall.
Fate
works in funny ways. Fate works in funny ways.
Yeah, I'll try to get her attention, wave her down.
She sees you and comes over. Good morning.
Good morning. So, I'll get straight to the point. You're a busy woman and your time is valuable. I am endeavoring to make a map of the city, a very detailed map. Is there any interest?
A map?
For such a map, yes.
For The expeditionaries, I don't believe so. Again, most of our work is obviously outside the walls. I'm sure a number of expeditionaries themselves, not the force itself, but individual expeditionaries would be interested, though.
Do you know where I could turn for aid in making the map?
In making the map itself? Well... She, like, taps her hands on the clipboard she has. Well... I'm afraid I don't particularly know. Perhaps someone in City Hall would be interested, or perhaps among the Watch. Amongst our own force, though, I do not know.
City Hall. Anyone in particular I should ask?
Probably some of the civil architects. That would be my best bet. I don't know what is going on from your perspective, though, but I am going to server meet you. That's loud. So, you're saying?
Civil architects. Yes, this makes a lot of sense. I will ask them. Thank you.
No problem. And she just leaves, I guess.
Yeah, I wave as she leaves and head for the City Hall.
It's right there. Head up the steps of City Hall. Not many people actually have business at City Hall, so your presence is pretty prominent.
Full armed expeditionary walking in there.
Yeah. But again, you're no more unusual than any other expeditionaries that are still in town. Some royal guardsmen see you, let you in, pay you no mind. Well, they pay you mind, but they pay you no, hindrance. And you see a relatively young lad, probably put him at around Varric and Abigail's age, maybe a bit younger. Bright looking lad. He's the receptionist, and he asks you simply, "Oh, hello, sir. What can I do for you?"
Oh, hello. I am looking for a civil architect.
A civil architect.
I am making a map of the city.
A map, okay. And he's already looking through a list, his own roster, except nowhere near as long or disorganized as the Watchman's. It's more like a directory list, I guess. Civil architect. And are you here for some sort of juncture or something, or some sort of building permit?
No, I am making a map myself of the entire city.
Oh, okay. He sort of stands at the directory. Okay. That's. Let's do this instead. He has a weak smile. Go down that way. Down a floor. Enter into the hallway. 3 doors down, and then the one on the left.
Down the hallways, 3 doors down to the left.
Then, so I guess the 4th door on the left, but 3 doors on the left is faster.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, I shall.
And then you can tell that he was the thing you posted to him, posited upon him, is not a usual request. So he doesn't know what to do. So the classic thing, I'll send it to someone higher in paying grade.
Yeah. All right,
I'll
head to the fourth door down the hall on the left, and I'll politely knock.
Door opens up. Yeah, so the guy looks you up and down. Something I could do for you, sir?
Yes, I am endeavoring to make a detailed map of the city, and I have been told that you are the person to talk to about such things.
Come in, I suppose. He opens the door up, and you see probably some of the worst most disorganized, most hectic-looking workspaces you've ever seen in your life. There's papers strung about everywhere. You think there's a spilled over inkwell somewhere over there. You're not sure. That might be a paperweight. You don't know. This place looks... It's bad. It looks like a tornado went through a paper office.
Hoarder meets office.
Not a hoarder. He's not hoarding random shit. It's more over that he's just too lazy to clean it up.
Oh, yeah.
The man himself, he looks quite tired, and the bags under his eyes indicate such. The glasses, which are sort of on the tipping point of falling off his face, are in constant need of getting pushed back up, stuff like that. So like those like half glasses, the ones that are meant for looking down, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's get this over with. Close the door behind you.
Yes.
I'd say don't mind the mess, but anyway. So, and he just shoves off an entire... You weren't sure what was under all those papers. Maybe you thought it was a stack of books. Maybe it was a table. Turns out it was a drawing board. He just swipes all the shit on it, like, just off. Map. City map, right. You said you're making one or something like that?
Yes. I have already asked at the Guard HQ and made a copy of the map they have there, but it had some inaccuracies.
It's shit. It's shit. I know it's shit. Okay. Well, what are you requesting of me, citizen?
Well, I was wondering if you had any notes for reference I could borrow, or if you had a map of your own.
Oh, maps of my own. He points to like a wall of the room, and it just has like a bunch of different copies of the city, like a map of the city, but they're all done in vastly different sketching styles. And because you just saw a map of the city yourself, one that is meant to be, more official, they all have a glaring error amongst them. Maybe the place is too wide, the city's too long, the walls jut out in places that don't exist, stuff like that. You can see the other attempts from myself and other people that have tried. Yeah, it turns out we're understaffed. But hey, I'm always willing to outsource my problems. So, you want to make a map?
Yes.
Show me what you got. Wait, you said you went to City Watch. Show me what you got so far. And
yeah, I'll take out the copy of the city guard map. I'll take out the preliminary map that I made with the aid of Bethany's notes, and I'll show him my legend of where I've noticed inaccuracies.
He gives a cursory glance at, your copy of the City Watch map. It's probably one you assume he's quite familiar with, being a civil architect. He sees Bethany's map, its vague status, but he does note the legend you made. Ah, good. He slides that over next to the City Watch map. Alright, at least you have an eye for error. Something the department certainly needs. Alright. Not bad, not bad. We'll go over some, I guess this is stylistic endeavors, but different hatching for these lines indicates different patterns of roads, stuff like that. Main road, side road, stuff like that. But that's again just style points. Let's see. Yeah, now that mark doesn't exist anymore, so good on for noticing that. That's probably the biggest problem I have with their map. Not bad work, I suppose, for a non-paid professional. And he shuffles them together and just hands it back to you.
Put them back in the case.
You certainly got my vote, and I'm the only one that works this fucking department, so congratulations, you guys got the department's vote. Alright, so let's talk about this. Let's talk business.
Certainly.
What are you looking to get?
I would like to make copies of the existing maps for reference, so I know what other inaccuracies people both have made and which to avoid.
Oh, you want copies? You want a copy? Okay. He kicks, or he tries to slide it, but then it just topples over, and he just goes, "Nah, fuck it." He attempts to slide over like a stack of books, tomes, or just journals or something like that, and it just topples over. He's just fuck it. But he gives him access to like a metal drawer, a cabinet sort of deal, like a filing cabinet, and he just opens it up. All the fucking copies in the world you could possibly ask for right here.
I see Tatum gets a big smile on his face.
All of them have those same inconsistencies as that on the legend of yours. You look at it, it's impressive. It's also a waste of paper and ink, you think? Or maybe it's an impressive waste of paper and ink, you don't know. you do know. It's a lot of copies. I'm talking about like probably a couple hundred copies of a map that has errors. Oh well. But yeah, definitely got that. So, all the copies you could possibly fucking ask for. What else?
Well, I have the intent that once I finish this map, and if it is indeed an accurate one, to give copies of this accurate map to those who have aided me. I think this will be of interest, yes?
Oh, if it's accurate, definitely. Hell, I probably would ask you to do double checks every, I don't know, several months. Not much will change in that time, especially if I'm the one fucking doing the changes. But hey, expanded city, builders are idiots, stuff like that. Good to double check.
Well, I have plenty of paper, but I am running low on ink. That is the one thing I would like to requisition, as it were.
Oh, you need ink. Okay, follow me. Like you just begin leaving his room, going a bit further down the hall, past one set of doors, past another set of doors, almost at the end of the hall, and he just opens up a place, another door, like a full wooden door, no glass panels like the ones you've been passing thus far. He opens it up, and inside are stacks of paper and shelves of ink and quills. I told him I don't need any more of this shit, but apparently they just don't listen. Help yourself. Welcome to the department, for all I fucking care.
Thank you.
There's different colors of ink, different sizes of ink wells, different styles of quills. And as you're like going through it, the guy goes, "Oh, yeah, we need more blue ink. Yeah, I always need more blue ink. I never fucking do shit in blue." He's just muttering to himself complaints. Civil complaints.
Right. Yeah, I'll collect various bottles of ink.
Just put, like, in your inventory civil ink, and we'll all know immediately what you're talking about.
Civil Incorporated.
Yes, yeah, Civil Incorporated. After a while, you grab your stuff and you just sort of like barely awake, leaned against the door frame.
I will be working at the Writer's Crest. If anything occurs to you later on, that is where you will find me.
Yep. If I ever get a fucking break, I'll be sure to head over or something.
Yes. Thank you for the.
Yep. You hold up my hand before you continue. Yep.
I will get out of your head.
What's your name? What's your name, friend?
Tanom. I work with Varric.
Don't know who that is. But anyways, he was out of hand. Matthias.
Matthias, a pleasure.
You need any more civil architecture shit, just come see me. Not like you'll see anyone else.
This I shall do.
Alright, now get out of this fucking dungeon. This place steals your soul, I swear to God. It's like pinching the bridge of his nose, going back to his own designated space.
You look like you could use some coffee.
I look like I can use some fucking additional staffers, but I'm not getting that anytime soon. Not until the fucking third wave, I bet.
Pity.
Yep. But hey, you want to send me some coffee, I would be more than happy to take it.
Yes. Well, until later then.
Till later. Have a good evening, Tandem.
Thank you. And you. If you have time.
Yeah. And thus you depart, passing by the receptionist lad, and he goes, "So, if you don't mind me asking, sir, how'd it go down there?"
Fantastic.
Really?
Yes.
He looks at the directory. You talked to a Mr. Matthias, right?
I did.
Okay. Never mind. Nothing to worry about. Nope. Nothing to worry about. Okay. Have a good day, sir.
And you.
And thus you depart, going back to the Riders Crest.
Yes.
Yee. Now I can read chat. What the hell you guys all type here? Kitty, cat cone. And I'm happy you like this guy's tired energy. Because this is a good point. When you have a second wave expansion wave, what happens for the architect that has to plan out everything?
He doesn't sleep for 5 years.
He gets overtime out the fucking ass.
Whether he wants it or not. Which...
And you might guess that not many people are in the line of occupation of civil architecture. Meaning he's the only one doing it. Poor Mr. Matthias.
Yeah. What I will do later at the crest is it's pretty straightforward.
Mhm.
So I have all of this information that I'm going to work with. I'm going to cross-reference all of the copies and my own notes to see if I can note down every inaccuracy that I possibly can. And then using a Uwila to cross-reference, I'm going to start working and see if I can get an actual representation of what the city looks like.
Okay. I will say that we're going to close your endeavors, and we're going to take a 5-minute break. But before I go, make me a perception check with advantage for Uwila, and then make me a cartography check for yourself with advantage.
All right.
Because you technically have people helping you. Technically. Indirectly, but technically true. So yeah, perception first, then cartography check. Alright, so 22, you were finally rolling well for once. Less so for you, considering I have a +7, but hey, 19 is still a good number. You set about doing your work for probably the rest of the day with all this material.
Indeed.
Awesome. Alright, so 5-minute break, and when we come back, we're gonna tab over to the right still, from Aminius to Tanum. Russian's up next on the chopping block. Alright, 5-minute break.
Cool.
Nice.